What is up, boys and girls? It's your boy Snoops, aka the Honey Badger, and today I'm back, man. You guys see something different? Told you guys I was gonna bring you guys what you've been asking for, what a lot of you've been asking for, man. I honestly didn't want to do these videos, especially with what I got going on right now, my life, which is really good. You guys all know. But I think you guys have this coming, especially for all the new people on my new subscribe. I've gained 100 subscribers since I've gotten home. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. And we're gonna give you guys, man, the full story of what happened. I know some people made videos on it. There's some stuff out there that needs to be cleared up as well. People thinking people were doing this and that over the internet. But let's get to it, man. I'm gonna start off with day one, and the next video will probably be the actual jail part. Those of you that don't know, I was gone for 18 months. If you want to see, you guys are probably wondering, like, where is he getting to? Look, man, my channel is pretty much at the moment a guy that was living reckless, guy that was out there living the fast life, getting fast money, all that. Ended up paying for it, and now has been doing things the right way, pretty much reform, man. Let's keep it real. I hate to use that word because it's cliche and corny, but yeah, I really am, man. I really am. Those of you that know me have noticed it. I noticed it. The AC just turned on, so I hope the microphone doesn't pick it up. Yeah, and the audio is messed up. I know, I'll fix it. But anyway, I'm on a completely different mindset now, and this is definitely for you youngsters out there, man. Learn from me, from experience. I'm 32 years old, and I'm barely just starting to live my life like a regular person, which is crazy and sad to say. But I am doing it, man. I'm not going back. It definitely was a lesson learned. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to the arrest. Because there's a lot of controversy. A lot of people assume, that people were telling on me from YouTube. I don't know. We still don't know. Someone was telling. I honestly think it was the person that I was supposed to see that day, and not. I really hope it wasn't the other person that you guys assume, because I heard this just recently. I'm like, oh, okay. But it was bound to happen, guys. I was doing too much. We all know it. The person you're seeing right now isn't the person I was, 2 years ago. So let's talk about it. Now, please bear with me. I am not gonna say anything. At least I know I don't have to worry about it in this video because it's about me. But further down the line, we're not gonna incriminate anyone. We're not gonna give it, you guys the intricacies of what goes on in there. I'm not going to do that. Don't bother asking questions about about stuff that belongs in there. We're on the streets, man. Enjoy this. Don't be so caught up in there, because that's something to be proud of. Trust me. So let's get to it. May 8th, 2023. I had a phone call. I think I was playing either video games or I was probably on YouTube. I had a phone call from a frequent flyer, let's say, frequent flyer. I'm gonna let you guys fill in blank. So he tells me, "Hey man, I need 300 of those," and usually him and our conversations will be like, "Hey, are you home? Yeah, I am. Is it cool if I stop by? Yes," through text, all the time. This time he called me. I didn't think nothing of it then, but further down the line, I'm like, and he tells me like, "Oh, I have this amount of money. How much can you do for X amount?" And I'm not thinking nothing of it because I've dealt with him plenty of times before. So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'll meet you here." So I'm at a red light. I remember that day I forgot to wear my hat. I think I think if I would have had my hat on, I probably would have got a chance. It wouldn't have made a difference. But I am Mexican American, bald head. I already get enough attention. I don't need any more attention, so I throw on a hat for the most part, just to not cause so much attention. That day I didn't have one, but like I said, it didn't matter. This was bound to happen, guys. I was moving too fast, doing too much. And I remember I was on my phone at the light. There's about 2 or 3 cars ahead of me, a few cars behind me. We're at a red light, gonna make a left, right? So the light turns green, and right when it turns green, it's like that was their signal. Cops come from everywhere, man. There was probably a good amount, I would say 7, 8 total squad cars. I just see red and blue lights everywhere. So I start turning, and I noticed they all just group up behind me. So I'm like, wow, like it's because I wasn't, the only traffic law I was breaking was maybe being on my phone. But they stated there's different versions out there of why I was pulled over, and I'll make sure later down the line I'll show you guys the paperwork and stuff, which just shows there's funny business involved on their end, someone talking for sure, but it is what it is, man. So I pulled over to old people's home, a retirement home parking lot, and they all draw their guns on me. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh man, like they're pulling me over. I was doing a lot, guys. I had my hands in everything. I thought I was getting pulled over for something completely different. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. And excuse me. And they told me to shut off the car. Put my hands out the window, and they're approaching me. It's 2 of them approaching me with at gunpoint. Mind you, I have 300 of those things that have M's on them, and they're blue, and then they have a 3 and a 0 on the other side. Yeah, I had 300 of those on my possession. Again, in the article, in the news article, this is public information. It says 200, so that's kind of funny. Take note of that, because further down the line I'll bring that up again. So I try to sneak them. I had a sweater and a shirt over my sweater, the Selena shirt. I remember I got clowned on for that. So I took them in the pocket. I got the shirt over, and I'm like trying to be sneaky, and I have two of them things, two of them things And I actually had one on my head. I would always ride around with one on my lap, and then another one um, on my in my holster on my in my waistband. So I had, and you guys, I'll make sure to put the article on there. You guys, that way you guys get a better sight. Anyway, they search the car, they find the two things. They're like, this guy has two loaded things over here, and they're like, where are the drugs at, dude? That indicated to me that, okay, someone told on me for sure. Obviously, this dude told on me. And he set me up. They set me up. It was a setup the whole time. And I was too naive to even pick it up. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you play that game, man. It doesn't last forever. Trust me, it doesn't. So they give me the option. This Smash unit, it was a Smash. It was the gang unit. If you guys aren't familiar with Smash in San Bernardino, different areas they have different, word or acronyms for their gang unit. Well, out here it's Smash. And he was really rude, extremely ruthless. And he tells me, look, dude, either you sign this paper giving me permission to search your house, and I'm gonna go. I know what's going on. I know who lives in your house. I know your brothers. I know your family. I'll just go through your room. I'm not. I won't tear. I won't fuck it up. That's what he told me. I won't fuck up your house. But if you want to make it hard for me and have me have a judge sign a warrant, I could do that as well, and they will sign it. He's like, and I'll go over there and completely disrespect your hoe. He's like, I'll fuck your house up, man. And I remember at the time, I'm like, go ahead, I don't, everything, they can't find nothing else. And so I went ahead and let them, search the house. And they come back out with more stuff that I completely, and that just shows you, like, when you're moving too fast, man, you're doing the most, I completely forgot, I had moved it. And I moved it to a spot which was not so, stash. It was pretty, they found it pretty easily. Almost like they knew where it was at, but I would never. No one else besides myself knew where it was at. So whatever. It was a coincidence. Like I said, where it was at, it wasn't. It was pretty, like, it was a spot where, like, let me go check it. Let me go check over here, and sure enough, it was right there. It wasn't. I could have put it in a way better spot. Anyway, but like, everything happens for a reason, guys. Everything happens for a reason. In a way, I'm kind of glad it happened. I mean, those of you that see me then and see me now, it's like a complete 180, right? I feel great. And by the way, I'm gonna end the story there. I'll put the rest on the actual, getting to jail and all that, and part 2. But yeah, guys, I was living a reckless life, man, and the only thing I gained from it, the positives, of course, my sobriety, which, that's another thing. I was the type to dabble, but I would handle my business. I never would. I still took care of myself and everything. My kids and all that. So I never, back then, I didn't think of it like if I had a problem, but I did. Now realizing it, I mean, I'm going 2 years, clean, dude, and I feel great. I feel amazing. Never, going back, and I'm never going back to fast. I mean, trust me. When I first got out, I was trying to get jobs. I would call, I would once I would get interviews prior to my conviction. When I got an interview, a job interview, I knew I had a job. Oh, I got the interview. They're gonna hire me. I got this. I got the job, no doubt. Now, no one wants to. So I had to start my own thing. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You guys see me out there selling burritos. You guys, I'm out there cleaning saltwater fish tanks. I've never done that in my life. I'm doing everything legally, everything I could do. I'm not a prideful guy, those of you that know me know. Like, I'm not a prideful dude. I'll scrub toilets. I don't give a damn, for real, just keeping it real. If it's legal, and it's making me money, I'm doing it. And now, I have this thing going on, which I don't want to talk about too much in this video. So those of you that know what's up, get at me, man. But yeah, I hope that cleared the air. Not so much. Maybe we have more questions, right? So if you do, please drop your comments. There will be a part 2. I haven't recorded it, so give me some suggestions. What do you guys would like? I know. Look, I'm gonna let you guys know from the start. I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask me about politics, about all that. I will touch on stuff about that very lightly, but we're not gonna get into that. We're not. This is not going to turn into one of those channels, guys. I promise you, it's not. I refuse to make it into one of those channels. I refuse to give up game. I refuse to give up my standards and morals for YouTube. I don't do this for money. I'm doing this in the hope. I'm truthfully doing this in the hope of reaching out to someone. Whether it's a youngster or older dude, because we got dudes. I met dudes in there that were 50-some years old, still talking about gang banging and getting high. It's ridiculous. So I hope this reaches out, touches someone, makes them think, hey man, it's not the life, man. It's not the life. Like the old saying goes, show me a drug dealer that's a grandpa now, or the saying. You don't see it. It only lasts so long, guys. It's not worth it. The money's good. It goes just as good as it goes, just as quick as it comes, man. It's not worth it. So with that being said, I hope you guys, like I said, get something out of this. And those of you that are new subscribers that didn't know about all this, what do you guys think? You guys still feel the same about me? Let me know, man. Let me know, please. Good or bad. I'm a good sport, man. I take criticism very well. So please let me know. Comment what you want to see in the next video. Give me some ideas as well. I'm all for it, man. Like I said, I don't do this. I don't do YouTube for me. I do it for you guys. Because you guys show me love. This is my way of giving back. So with that being said, it's your boy Snoops. Be proactive, not reactive. I'm out.